Today on the podcast, DJ Leisan, she's LA-based, and we're talking about her career, how to make it in LA, how to make it in the United States, what is different, what we can learn from American Pie, and a lot more. Let's go.
New Trend Society, the BDX marketing podcast with Benjamin Dietering.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of New Trend Society. Today with a very special guest. And I say this all the time, but this time is for real. She is one of the first real LA people I met when I moved here 1.5 years ago. We met by chance through a mutual friend and fell in love, I would say. She's a very, very good DJ. She's a producer. She hosts her own podcast, and she's here today with us. Leisan.
Hello.
Yeah, we met 1.5 years ago, and please introduce yourself a little bit, what you're doing, and for the people, there are some people who don't know you yet.
Okay, so my name is Leisan. I'm from Russia and I live in LA almost 6 years. It's pretty long. I'm in the music industry. I'm playing the music, producing, hosting my podcast, as you said, also opening my label soon, and I'm super excited. And I don't know, just doing like a lot of stuff around. I mean, when you live in LA, you're always doing something else besides your main job, your main like thing. And yeah, just like living life. You know?
Living life, yeah. How was it back then when you came here 6 years ago? You studied in St. Petersburg in Russia. And I think you also had a background in TV and film industry. Why did you come here?
So when I trying to remember my past life, it sounds like it's a completely different type of life that I had before. I'm from the small village. It's called Titushi. It's 10K people place, and we didn't have the internet there. We didn't have a hot water and stuff like that. So we have a TV, and when I was watching a TV, it was the thing that it was like a window for me to the different world. And that's why I'm always dreaming to be in TV. It's like some entertainment stuff. And it was my dream. And I went to St. Petersburg. I was studying 5 years as a TV producer. After that, I moved to Moscow, worked in the channel first, like some music channel as well as a producer. So I was
behind the camera,
yeah, just working, find the characters, writing the scripts and stuff like that. I really like it. And I think this is the reason why I'm doing my podcast right now. And I don't know, producing some events and stuff like that, because I really miss this feeling when you putting something together, creating the ideas. I think I'm a producer of myself as an artist as well. It's when you're thinking not just about the music, you're also thinking about, like, I don't know,
how to promote it, how to make a marketing plan and all that, right?
Exactly. Yes. And of course, when I moved to America 6 years ago, accidentally, this is how all my life happened. All the time. I'm planning my life, but sometimes I'm doing some movements very quick because I want to do that. So I moved, and I understand I don't have language, I don't have American education, I don't have parents here, like no friends, and how I'm going to continue my career when I moved to LA. And I was just did some like working as a waiter, cleaning the houses, doing some regular immigrant job, and thinking what I can do also except the TV. And I started playing the music and understand that, music was always like around me. I was playing drums, piano, and I'm like, okay, why not? I can try myself in the DJing. And year by year, I see that, I see the results, and I just start doing it in the professional way, maybe like 2.5 years ago, something like that. Yeah.
And you came to LA also because of Sophia, right?
Oh yeah, just like I was dating. I was just dating with some guy in Moscow again, and something happened. I called to Sophia, and I was like, "Oh, girl, I'm gonna to break up with my boyfriend. What I have to do?" And she's like, "Just come to LA." I'm like, how I can come to LA? Like, I have a job in Moscow. Like, I cannot move like so quick. But of course I can, and I did it, and I never regret. And I'm very happy that I did this move when I was 23 or 24, because when I see people moving in 30, it's much harder because you have much more things behind.
You can lose, right?
Yes.
You have a certain life standard. If you're 20, if you just finished graduation, you can live with, I don't know, like $500 or so. Maybe not in LA, but in generally. But if you're 30, you already have your car, you have this, you have that, you have your spa, you have, I don't know, friends.
But the main thing, you have your ego, and it's hard to talk to yourself and say like, okay, are you ready to sacrifice everything that you like put efforts to? Because like when I talk to my parents, they're like, okay, they like 1 year they paid for my education, but still it was expensive year. We like I don't know, you spend a lot of years to make connections in TV sphere, and they're like, are you ready to leave everything right now and move and start? My mom said like, for what you like have your education and this and that, just to clean a restroom in the random LA house. This is what you want to do in like 24 years old. And I explained that I want to take a risk. I want to do that. And why not? We have just one life. And I don't know, maybe, I will die tomorrow, and I want to try a lot of opportunities and try to myself,
Love that. So
the same that you did.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
You feel me? So yeah, and I moved here with 15 grants, as all my girls did. And right now, when my financial situation going like bad, I was like, okay, remember when I was 23, I moved from the different country without like any boyfriends, any support like parents and stuff like that, with like 15 grand in my pockets, and I make it. So like 6 years experience always support me and doesn't give up. How right?
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah. Was there any moment during that period where it said, I can't make it, I will quit, I will go home?
No, never. I swear. Never. I always have a mental breakdown. Not like mental breakdown, it sounds very crazy, but I can cry like yesterday, 2 days ago, a month ago. It's always happening because when you live in LA and you have a lot of like goals and things that you have to do, you have a lot of pressure. And this pressure, most of them comes from yourself, because you always asking a lot from yourself as an artist, from yourself as a girlfriend, from yourself as as a podcast host and stuff like that. And right now, this is the time when you have to do a lot of things at once. And this is what I want to do. I don't want to be just a DJ or just, like someone else. I don't know. This is how I feel myself. I want to find myself in the like 3-4 different things and try to express myself through through these things. But answering your questions, maybe I have this mindset that I've never regret of any moments in my life. Never. I think all these like mistakes or like wrong ways, if we can say like that, anyway, they brought me at the point where I am right now. And I'm very happy. And I don't have any thoughts that, like 2 years ago was like much better. I mean, in terms of like my life. No, every day I feel that I'm one step further, one step higher. I feel that. Of course, I have lows, and I understand like in 10 years when I will be like a more like, bigger artist that I am right now, I will have the same problems,
I can totally relate to that. And I also...
Because we're positive.
Yeah.
This is just a mindset. I was like, when I'm talking to my other friends who are very like complaining, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, it doesn't matter how, of course depends on the money. It's obvious. If you have a lot of money, it will be easier to live. But I remember myself that we walking with my friends in the apartment and looking for the coins to get to buy bread. We had this period of life, but we were so happy at this moment as well. So the happiness inside of your head first. And after that, we're talking about like money and all these things, but we choose the happiness first. We have to choose it. And I think you choose it too for yourself, to be happy, no matter what.
That's true, but I also keep pressuring myself all the time. So I'm always thinking of like, okay, what's the next goal? What's the next thing? And for me, it's super hard to enjoy success. Even if, let's say we made the first big deal here for a production or whatever. I say like, okay, been there, done that, what's next, right? And it's always that thing. And what helps you to enjoy actually the process?
This is the thing that I'm teaching myself as well, because I know what you're talking about. I think I have this moment when I'm performing, like my sets and my shows. And I think like these 1-2 hours of my set, when I'm at the moment, for the last year, I'm like really talking to myself, not to think about the set, to be worried what the people are thinking and stuff like that, just to be at the moment and really enjoy. And I think that during my set, I was trying to be at the moment, like right now, and just to share my experience with the people around me, with the dance floor, and just enjoy the moment, because this is like the culmination of my work, like my shows, you understand? I can prepare the set, I can like releasing the music and stuff like that, but the real like excitement, the euphoria, I feel during my set. You understand?
Yeah. It's
so I think this is the moment when I really trying to stop thinking about like, I don't know.
What's before, what's after, just in the present, right?
Yeah, but you have to teach yourself to feel that, because I have a lot of shows like when I'm, I cannot catch the people vibe. Okay, I'm playing the wrong track or whatever. And you like put yourself in this like black hole of anxiety, which is like so bad, because 99%, if you start to overthinking, you're just like going down, and this is not the right decision what to do. You have to always like, you have to prepare a good set, like to make a good homework. And if you did it, just let it go during the show. Just like enjoy the moment, because when the people see that you have an anxiety, that you like, I don't know, worried, they feel that, even if your set is good. But even if your set is not perfect as you wanted, but you like dancing, you sharing your energy, this is the main thing for the people, I think. Not just the music, but also the energy of the artist. Yeah.
So you've been
I'm
DJing.
answering for like some random questions.
No, it's amazing. I love it. I could listen to you forever, so I don't have to ask any questions.
This is my problem when someone asking me questions, I'm start answering for the another one.
So you're DJing since a couple of years now, and in the beginning it was probably hard, and everybody asked you to play for free and here and there.
They're still asking.
They're still asking, me included, right?
And honestly, no. I mean, last time I played for 100, but this 100 was just like not just a compliment, like a tip, because it's my friend asking me. So of course I have a rate, but sometimes I'm thinking about maybe it's a really cool event, or this is my friend event, and I'm trying to see, I don't know, Diplo playing like at some, like a small apartment just for fun, some after party, and I'm pretty sure he playing for free. So you always have to keep some idea first, and of course,
Why
making money.
Why are you doing it, right? Yeah, so I have the same for our video and photo productions, and they always have to pay in one of these three. It's either passion, strategy, or cash. Let's say for DJ gigs, it can be cash if it's a, I don't know, corporate event and it's not that much fun, but I don't know, it's good money, let's go with it. Then there's strategy, let's say a cool festival, or playing playing in front of a big artist like Solomon or so. We can talk about that later. Or the thing what you said is like just playing for fun, right? Playing because it's passion. And I really admire that if DJs are doing that, if they really love the music and not just saying like, okay, I will only perform at Omnia in Las Vegas for $100,000, that they could say, hey, I want to play for fun and whatever, right? It's a fun, even at the birthday of my friend or whatever, just for fun.
The main thing that you have to keep in your head, that it should be good with your feeling inside. Even you playing for free or for like $5,000, whatever is that. Like if you are okay with that, not like, okay, if you're enjoying the moment, this is the main thing that you have to put your orientation, like focus on. Yeah. So for example, I wouldn't say the name of this club, but as I said, like before we start recording, that the club asking me to play more commercial music, which is, it's hard to say yes for the people who play like more underground tech house to play more commercial. But I mean, when you understand that you can meet some people, or it's like a good money, especially for me right now, like this is my main job. And sometimes I have to find this balance and do like step back or step forward and understand, okay, maybe I will do like step back with my music a little bit, find commercial music that I like for sure, but still to find like this balance between me and this club. And you understand what I mean?
So
you have always be flexible. I mean, flexible, but still to be yourself. I'm not saying that you have to do whatever the people want or clubs want, but be yourself, know what you want. But you have to be as a sailboat, because when it's the storm, you have to be like flexible and follow the wind. This is the way how you can be alive and continue to work. This is my thing. This is my idea of life. Like That's to good. Be, okay, this is the wind. I'm not going to go towards the wind. I'm just like, okay, choo. So we're going to work it out.
That's good. I want to talk to you about like the whole brand Leisan, because you mentioned earlier you're a producer. And it's a lot of stuff that comes together. And for the people who aren't DJs or are not in the media industry or so, can you explain a little bit all the different jobs you're doing as a DJ and creating your brand? Because it's like social media manager, it's producer, it's this, it's actual music producer. It's so many different things. Can you walk us through each of them?
Yeah. If you're talking about my DJ brand as a Leisan, it's happened again. I didn't have any plan about myself for sure. It just like start happening by itself, or my like social media stuff, how I'm finding my style in the music, how I'm trying to find how I want to look like, how I want to express myself as an artist, what like haircut I want to do, what the music I want to release and produce. So it's happening by yourself intentionally. And just when I'm looking back and see how it looks like, I can analyze, okay, this is the interesting way that I'm doing intentionally, if you understand what I mean. Yeah. And right now I understand that, right now I can see that this is kind of a plan that I can follow, right now. As a DJ, right now it's good that I have a management for the last 8 months, which has helped me to coordinate my gigs and stuff like that. But I'm still finding all my gigs by myself, or the clubs reach me out, because I'm still looking for the agency who can do it. But I know that I have to be a little bit bigger artist to have an agency. But for now, all the gigs, all the shows, I have, just because they reach me out or I find someone.
So you're first of all you're the DJ.
Yes.
Then you are your own agency, kind of you reach out to people, say like, hey, I want to play at this festival.
Right now I'm not reaching out. It was 2 years ago.
Okay,
right now I'm going to some shows and playing, I don't know, some free show at some party, but I know that there will be a lot of cool people that I can meet.
Nice.
How it's called? To be
socializing.
Networking. This type, networking. Yeah, exactly. So I'm a DJ. I'm running my own social media. I'm producing the music. I have my own podcast, and I'm also opening the label. And of course, if you have your own podcast or label, you're also running social media for it as well. I have my own YouTube for my YouTube sets, DJ sets, have my YouTube for my podcast. And everything.
And you handle it all by yourself.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I'm also trying to find some extra job. To run other people's social media, because I need more money to, when you start your label, you have to find some money to cover artwork, to do this, to do that. And, when I'm pretty sure when you're running your podcast, you don't have anyone who can come and give you money to buy the cameras, to buy the mics, and I have the same things. And you always have to, I'm coming to the people, hey, can I film my podcast at your apartment? But I can promote your straws for that, and I can give a promotion. So I'm trying to find some solution as a producer, how I can work with the people at this point and stuff like that. So I'm just doing everything around the music. It's a music and social media. Sometimes modeling too. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you modeling for the brand of Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But also I came to the Alice in Wonderland brand from the music. The guy who was a photographer, he saw me when I'm performing with the Medusa and James Hype. And he's like, oh, cool. Let's do that. We need a model. We need a model with, I didn't have the eyebrows. And he, it looks weird and cool. I wanted you like as a model because you also...
You didn't have any eyebrows at all?
No, I bleached them, but it looks like...
Okay.
Yeah, it looks weird. I like to experiment with myself. It's like a challenge. I love to challenge myself. Put in the weird position. I can talk about it later, about the how I see like female artists in the music industry.
Yes, please. Do so.
Okay, if you see that I have a short haircut right now before I bleach my hair, I wanna, how to explain? You can see a lot of female DJs right now in the electronic music scene. And sometimes people, when they see the beautiful girl, like who are like looks feminine, they're like, oh, she's successful because she has boobs, or she has a long, beautiful hair, or because she's a girl and it's easy for her. And sometimes I was thinking, okay, I want to step away from the regular looking girl, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, okay, I want to bleach my eyebrows and I want to look weird. And maybe this is the point where the people never say about me, oh, because she's like typical beautiful girl. Or I'm going to cut my hair and I want to look like a boy. And maybe right now people will see that you can be successful, not just because of you're a girl or like regular normal look.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? I wouldn't say that I'm not beautiful and I'm not like sexy or whatever, but I want to say that it doesn't matter you're like boy or girl, how you look like, long hair, short hair, doesn't affect to your success or who are you as a person. So that's why I like to experiment and show that like maybe I just like express myself also through these like changes. But you understand with this like female thing, totally what I want to say?
So back then when I was in my 20s and I was partying a lot, there were, I would say, 99% of DJs male, and they were just, I don't know, maybe 5 women DJing at all, like from the big international ones. And now it kind of shifted, and there's the narrative that people say, okay, she looks great, and whatever she plays, people will like it, right?
Yeah.
But I think also that's not true. I think in the end, it always comes down to the good music, but also it comes down to the brand you build around yourself. Yeah. And I'm observing very closely what you're doing, and I think you're doing it very, very cool because you choose your outfits by it's not random, right? It's very precise. It's the way you act, the way you do the sets and all that. It's not like just DJing. You're always dancing, positive vibes, and always stuff like that. So I think that's definitely a very special ingredient that also makes you successful.
Yes, but there's the thing that I'm still on my way to find my freedom inside of myself to understand who am I. And even if I'm looking back to a year ago, I see that I was different even a year ago. And right now, it's like the endless book that you like looking to and like, oh, this is the new me. This is the new chapter of me. This is the new chapter of me. And you're always like trying yourself in the new genre, in the, new job with a new look, or like playing at the new festivals. It's always you open yourself from the new side. And this is the main thing that I think just in America, I was allowed to be free and do whatever I want because it's so interesting to explore yourself. Because sometimes in Moscow or St. Petersburg, maybe because it was like the cold cities, I don't know. I was kind of the same for many, many years. And here I was like, okay, in America, people can be whatever they want. And I just feel that, okay, like tomorrow, I want to have a red hair. I want to play disco music, and let's see what. And no one's judge you for that. And this is the way when there's no one telling you how you have to like talk or look like.
How to behave.
Yeah, you just do whatever you want, of course, to respect other people's freedom. Obviously, you going on the way to find who are you truly, and I think this is the way. This is the journey of the whole life. It doesn't mean that I found myself today. No, it's tomorrow will be the new day and the new discovery, and it's cool. Yeah.
Obviously, life in the United States and pop culture influenced the both of us a lot. And there was particularly one movie, and I was invited to a special party this year. Yeah.
It was my birthday party. Yeah, the theme was the American Pie movie party idea.
And for Americans, that's so crazy. For them, it was just like one movie, right? Like there were so many high school movies and all that. But for us Europeans, it was the thing.
I
right?
didn't know that for the German people, it was popular movie as well.
Yeah,
for Russian, it was popular.
It was the thing, right? It was like, okay, I want to have a house like this. I want to have a party like this. I want to go to college. I want to
drink beer from these like cans.
Oh yeah, all that crazy stuff, right? And so that was probably one of my favorite moments here in LA. When you threw that house party and everything was in the American Pie theme.
Yeah.
Can you explain what you did there?
Yeah, it was fun because, as you said, like the people who don't live in US, they don't experience this type of life, especially when you're 20 years old and you're like starting at college and you have like the huge party at some house with a pool. We have just pool in our school, like the cold pool when you're just swimming after your like lessons and classes. But here people like live this life, and of course when you're watching this movie in your country, just like, wow, it looks like a movie. But for American people, it's a real life, you know. That's why maybe it wasn't like so popular how it was in our country. But yeah, I was thinking what the theme I can use for my birthday party ideas, and we just start thinking about everything, and my best friend Anastasia, she's like, oh, let's do like American Pie party. And I remember all these like cool moments from the movie, like really like catchy, memorable moments with the Stifler's mom and all this. I forgot the name of the characters, like everything. And it's like stupid American sense of humor, but it's stupid in the good way, you know, like it's very easygoing, very fun, and I can rewatch this movie like so many times and laughing. I just really like it, like this freedom of 20 years old people, you know.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, So and always when I'm watching your Instagram, I'm thinking like, okay, I should party more. So we now have it on tape. My goal for this year is to go to more festivals and go out to more parties. Definitely check out a couple more of your sets. There was one where I was really jealous I wasn't there.
Which one?
I think it was the one in San Francisco where you played for Solomon. Can you tell us how this came?
It was a highlight of my career for now, but hopefully I will have more cool shows in the future to be proud of. But for now, it was a really, really big step for me. I was releasing a track on the Solomon's label Dynamic. It was...
Was it Rover? Or
yeah, Rover, yes. I just forgot the months when it happened.
Like maybe April or so?
Yeah, like spring. Year. Yeah, I think it was a spring. Yeah, maybe April. And after that, I saw that Solomon has a show in LA, and that's the thing, you always have to knock the door. Even if you think that you don't have to, you have to if you want it. And you don't have to be afraid to do that. You don't have to be afraid of the negative answer.
Yeah,
if someone...
So just a little bit for clarification. Solomon, German techno DJ.
Oh, yes, exactly.
One of the biggest in the world. Plays shows
relatives.
worldwide. Oh yeah, he plays shows worldwide in Ibiza, in America, in Europe, Asia, everywhere. And you released on his label, which is already a really, really good step.
Yeah.
And there's just to give our audience a little bit of like input of how the relation is. Like he's a superstar DJ, and you're the up and coming rising star, right? Kind of
name.
But still, it's like, okay, should I reach out to him, or is he annoyed if I text him, or stuff like that? These are the things, the thoughts that go through your mind, right?
Yeah. I don't know. You can cut it after that and just tell like the whole story of this track and stuff like that. So a year ago, I was planning to go to Miami to Art Basel. I guess it was Art Basel, and I didn't plan to go. And my friend was like, "Hey, do you want to go?" And I'm like, "Okay, I've never been. It was my first time. I want to go." And after that, I see that Solomon playing at some of the stage, and I texted, and I already have a conversation with some of his label managers about my track, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to Miami. If any chance I can get like backstage pass for Solomon, stuff like." I'm just emailed them. Solomon doesn't have any like social media personally. He doesn't run it. I emailed to the manager, and they're like, "Okay, we put you on list." I'm coming to my first Art Basel, coming to the backstage. Solomon has 3.5 hour set, like pretty long. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stay behind the Solomon. I'm going to like dance. I want to like introduce myself because he already played my track before. And now we went to the backstage. We're like dancing. I was dancing. And my friend, she's like, so Solomon sometimes like turning around, like saying hi to some like other artists, stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I catch the moment when he looked at me, and I did like a few steps ahead, and it was like 1,000 people. It was super loud, and I was trying to talk to him with my Russian language accent. Yeah, like, "Hey, my name is Leisan. You play my track Ruver," and he's like, "What?" I'm like, you play my track Ruver. My name is Leisan. He's like, "Ah," and I was like, fuck, he cannot understand me. It's like so loud. And like, he's like, "Oh, okay, just turn around and continue to play." I'm like, maybe I used to write the notes, "My name is Leisan," because like my language is so bad. It's like so loud. He's German. I'm like, we cannot understand each other. I'm like, okay, whatever. I continue to dance. And in 30 minutes or like in an hour, I was trying to, I would start to hear the first like beats of my track, the first loops. I'm like, and the first thoughts in my head, like, no way, no, it just like sounds like that. And he started playing my track when I was staying behind him, and I was start like screaming, and he was laughing that I'm screaming. I was like on the I don't know, the 8 clouds of my happiness. It was like the best moment of the year, and I still don't know, did he plan to play this track or not, or he played because I was introducing myself. That's what I'm saying, that you have to knock the door, you have to like be a little bit, not like push it, but to move forward.
Proactive.
Yes, because you never know like which door will open. And when I saw, if we will back to the Solomon, how I played the Solomon show, and I saw that Solomon coming to LA with the show, and I'm like, okay, let's try to reach out the people. I want to play, I want to like open the Solomon, and we didn't get any answer. I see that the show is coming closer and closer. I'm like, okay, this is no chance. And accidentally people from San Francisco reach me out and like, "Hey, we wanna book Leisan for San Francisco." And I'm like, nice, cool. And when I said it will be the direct support, which is like insane, like Solomon and me and no one between us, it was super crazy. Yeah. And I haven't slept the whole night before the show. I really drank a lot of like cocktails before. At the middle of my set, I was super drunk because I was nervous. I remember that I can like, God bless, I prepared a good set. I did a good homework, and I can be a little bit drunk, but I mean, I was so happy and so satisfied, like the whole show the whole show. So it was very like priceless for me as an artist. Yeah.
That's amazing. Like, thank you so much for sharing this story. And I think also for you guys listening or watching the podcast out here on YouTube, there's a lot of takeaways you guys can get from this. I'm also kind of like you, and that's why we get along so good. I'm also a little bit pushy and like doing outreaches and stuff. And I also have a fun story for that. So back then, like 5 or 6 years ago, I read a book of the Netflix founder, Mark Randolph. And the book was called This Will Never Work, because this was the first thing his wife said when he came up with the idea of Netflix. And I read the book and it was super amazing. I got so many learnings from it, because it's like, don't follow any rules. Just do what you want, invent your market and be proactive and all that. So, and in the end, there was a small disclaimer, something like that. If you have any feedback on the book or you find any typos or whatever, just write an email to info@thiswillneverwork.com. And I wrote that email and I wrote down, hey, Mark, probably you getting that email or whoever from the team that we get. This book helped me a lot. It helped me to dream bigger, to actually work on my dreams and just have a positive mindset and all that. And I didn't expect anything. It was super late night, 10:30 p.m. And 2 hours later, I opened up my mail inbox and there was a response from Netflix founder Mark Randolph. And he texted, hey, Benny, thank you so much for these kind words. It's so funny that actually sometimes it feels very calm because nobody reaches out. You write a book and it sells like 1 million copies, but nobody gives you feedback on it, right?
Really?
It's like and nobody, you don't have direct feedback,
yeah.
right? Maybe people meet you in person or so. So this support email went directly into his Gmail inbox, and he was texting from his Google Mail address, right? So like really appreciate it, and that was fun, right? And I think sometimes you just have to be proactive, and since then, sometimes he answers, sometimes he doesn't. I tried to invite him for lunch when I was in the Bay Area, and it's like, hey, I'm now in LA, and this and that, and I'm always feeling like, am I unnerving him, or is it annoying, or is he just, I don't know, busy? And sometimes he answers, sometimes not. But I think I'm manifesting it. At some point in my life, I gotta meet this guy because he gave me so much inspiration. And if you're listening to that now and you're maybe struggling or you're thinking like, should I do it? Should I reach out to this or that? I'm always just give it a shot. I just text the people. Like sometimes it's just a nice message. You don't have to have a sales thing in mind, or so. It can be just,
for sure,
hey, just want to say thanks, Leisan. Loved your set. That was amazing, and it meant a lot to me. So, and you can be very sure. 99% of all the artists, entrepreneurs, CEOs, or whoever, everybody reads their emails and their messages, right?
Yeah, I'm absolutely agree. And also about, if we continue talking about to be a little bit proactive and stuff like that, I can name this feeling more like child curiosity. How I say, when you just like want to explore, you want to know, like you just text it because like, oh, I wanna give a feedback, and maybe like you always like wondering like what is behind this door, or like whatever, or you understand what I mean? So just like you have to be a child, because when you're a child, you always want to open the door like of your wardrobe. You want to see what your mom hiding like under the bed, you know, like a kid. You have to be like as a kid and to have this feeling to know more, to just to explore the world. And this is the main energy why we continue to doing it, because otherwise it's boring. But we have to make it more interesting, the life.
I want to talk to you a little bit more about marketing in general, because I think you're very good. You're a marketing genius.
You think so?
And all the content you produce and all that. There's always videos of your sets. There's the live sets you're doing. We also did one together with Tobi Holzweiler at our rooftop party. Yeah. And we should do another one. That would be fun. So you're also doing the podcast. What is your observation of like content and video and marketing like in general? What will be successful in the next month and next years? What makes impact?
So that's the thing. I'm never think like very strategically about the marketing or what the video I want to post and stuff like that. Of course, I like as a Instagram user and YouTube, I see the trends. I see what is popular. But the main thing that I can put like so if I like it, if I'm interested in that, I'm using it. So when I'm like scrolling Instagram, oh, this is the idea, is cool. If it's like get my attention and I see, oh, it could be cool or it could be related with my Instagram. Oh, I'm going to save it and can use in like in my profile and get this idea. So the main thing, the main thing is if you like it first. If you like it, after that you can analyze. Okay, I like it, but can it be related with my like music fans, with my followers on my Instagram? Because it could be some like random Instagram reels, but sometimes I can get this idea. Okay, I have a release right now and I can use this idea as a release promo. Oh, nice. So I'm always thinking if I like it and how it can be related with the people that follow me, because maybe for your followers, it can be not interested, what I'm doing. So the main thing is to like it and to think if it's really cool as an idea. But I don't have like this strategically like plans for myself or for the supersonic for my pod. But the main thing also to be consistent. Consistently is the main thing of success, which is like, to be honest, I'm bad with that. I'm pushing myself. I cannot post like 5 days. I'm like, bro, no, it's not good. TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram for Supersonic, for label. And I'm like, oh my God, you have to like wake up. And I have a procrastination, just like laying in the bed. Oh, I'm doing tomorrow. I'm doing la la. But no, sometimes you have to kick your ass by yourself. I'm like, no, like wake up, put your alarm at 8 a.m. and just like pause, because sometimes you don't have to pause. You don't have this like a feeling that you want to do that, but sometimes you have to push yourself to do that. But at the end of everything, you do it because you like it. This is the main thing. To do whatever you want, if you like. You understand?
Yeah. You're also doing the podcast, and in case you haven't checked it out yet, please do so.
Yeah.
It's called Supersonic, and you're talking about nightlife, DJing, music industry, and all that. How did that came?
So I started it a year ago, and it came from some like not problem, but from the question that I asked myself, how I can be closer to the artist. Because I can introduce myself and I can meet people and say, hey, I'm a DJ and I'm an artist, but I'm like, how I can be useful to the industry, and can I do the podcast? And this idea came to my mind, and of course, the first thing I would start thinking, my English is not good and stuff like that. How I can do that, because it's a podcast. You have to talk, and it's very important. But as I said, you never know before you try. You have to try and see, and maybe it will work out. And at some point, it's working out. Of course, some of the episodes is not popular, some of them are popular, but it's cool that I have an opportunity to meet a lot of artists, to ask the question that bothers me first. That's what the reason why I started doing podcasts. I'm like, I have a lot of questions: how to get an agency, how to get a good bookings, how to do this. And when I'm talking to the artists and they're sharing their stories and their feelings, that they have an anxiety too, they have downs, up and downs as well, that it's not just me sitting at home like, oh, I'm the only one unsuccessful artist with a lot of problems. No, every artist has the same feelings. And this understanding helps me to feel that I'm not alone, and we are all going through these challenges right now. And it's cool that we can share with the people on YouTube, and people who watching it, they see like, okay, if the Medusa, the world famous artist, has the same downs, the same like bad feelings sometimes, and like to be afraid of something, it's okay if you have the same feelings, and doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It just like brings you like some support and feeling that you can go through all the like difficulties in your life. Yeah.
Nice. Thanks for sharing that. I really enjoy the podcast, and I could go on
follow
forever.
Supersonic Talks on YouTube, Spotify, and Instagram. Yeah.
Yes, please check it out everywhere, right? Leisan, I have one last question for you. You're here, you're up and coming, you're the rising star in Los Angeles. Okay. And my question is, where are you in 5 years?
Oh, it's interesting. Hopefully I can get my green card and start traveling. And I'm really dreaming to play in Ibiza because the style of my music is completely European style. And can't wait to play at some cool festivals as a music on or some like Ibiza clubs stuff or Tomorrowland as well. And just traveling and see the world and share my music with the people. And hopefully that I'm from the traditional Muslim family. Of course, I want to have a kids. I want to have a husband, like a family. And I hope that I will be able to make it together because I see that a lot of female DJ, they have a kids and continue to do their career, which is I want to do for myself. I don't want to like sacrifice family for my career, but I want to try to put it together. So yeah, hopefully to have a family in 5 years and be a successful artist.
Okay, nice. So we will put down a Google Calendar invite in 5 years, and we can check in on this episode. Then that would be fun. Like the ones like from Bill Gates also in the 80s, where he talks about internet and all that stuff, and then he pops up. Probably the same thing will happen here. We said it first at New Trend Society. So, listen, thank you so much for all these insights. That was amazing. I loved it, and I'm very happy that I'm part of the journey that we're friends and that we're doing all that stuff together. Also, Leisan was one of the first people who really helped me here in LA.
I did?
Yeah, but through you, I met Sofia Popkova, who was also on the podcast here. You were playing at our first rooftop party at the Neue House events and all that. So, and I really appreciate the support. I'm not sure if I ever said it, so thank you very much.
And I want to say a few words about you. You're really inspiring as well because you came from the different country. You bring like your family. You brought your family, like your wife, I mean. And I know how hard is it for a man who like changing the location for your business and stuff like that. And I know how hard is it to express yourself in the different country. And you're doing it like amazing. Not just well, you're doing it amazing, and you have a very beautiful office, and I wish you the best because you deserve it. You're a workaholic. You deserve the best. No, this is the true. Like you deserve it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to New Trend Society. As always, Wednesdays, new episodes. And if you're in LA, check out one of our next events. There will be a lot coming in autumn. We're very excited. Thank you so much for tuning in here and see you guys soon.
Bye.